The Road to Change, written by myself and Dr. Mary Mignota and Dr. Mike And this book is a Coles Notes version of the much larger book called My Health Navigator. And it's basically meant to be read as an introduction to our concepts and our philosophy, and give you a strategy that can be used and that has proven to be very successful with thousands of patients. Now, on this road to change, we created this book as a short read. So hopefully you'll be able to get through it in 45 minutes to an hour, and an enjoyable read, one that has much bigger font than the much larger book, and also doesn't have as much intimidating as information. A lot of people enjoy this book and have found it to be a great introduction into the much larger book, as well as a great way to convey your philosophy to somebody else, so that once you've finished reading this book, hopefully you will feel the need to hand it on to somebody else who is looking for a health philosophy that will help get them results. Now, in this book, we have the table of contents, which includes the common misconception, a call to change, the road to change, and then the initiation of change. And the big mainstay of our philosophy is called the health continuum. And on this health continuum, we have essentially optimum health to the extreme on the right, and we have death to the extreme on the left. And we start out with, generally, most people start out with more towards optimum health, and they gradually deteriorate over the time. First, they have symptoms, and they functionally deteriorate towards into disease, which is pathology. So disease progression, as we see here, goes from health optimization to functional disorder to disease. Now, health progression goes from disease to functional disorder, and then moves towards disease prevention and health optimization. So we have patients who show up who have an active disease, and they want to get better. And then we have other patients who show up who have a functional disorder, and they want to move further up the continuum. And then some patients that show up strictly for disease prevention. They want to prevent against a family history of, say, cancer or heart disease. And then we have even other patients who come in and they want to optimize their health. They want more of their working day, and they want to be feeling better, feeling happier, being more engaged, and be more. Now here we have our next analogy. This is called the health cup analogy. So what I'd like you to imagine here is in your body there's this cup, and when this cup fills up and overflows with toxic material, that's when you would experience your symptoms. Now, different factors fill up into your cup and cause it to overflow. And we generally categorize these factors into 5 main areas. We have environment. Environment would include various factors such as airborne allergens, heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides, etc. Lifestyle would include alcohol, diet, coffee, blood sugar. And then we have body, which includes circulation, genetics, etc. And mind would be stress, sleep, among other things. And spirit would be forgiveness, love, faith, belief, and hope, just to name a few. So basically, these factors fill up your cup, cause to overflow, and therefore cause your symptoms. So let's say you get headaches. So these factors fill up your cup, cause to overflow, and therefore you would have a headache. Now, generally, if you take pharmaceuticals, what pharmaceuticals will do is give you a bigger cup. They won't really do anything to isolate the factors filling up the cup. Then after a while, that medication doesn't work because you haven't done anything to isolate the factors filling up the cup. And then you need a bigger cup. So that's when you take Cafragot, Firanol, Imitrex. I put Firanol and Imitrex together on that one. And your cup becomes bigger. Again, nothing is being done to isolate the factors filling up the cup. So our goal is to identify those factors filling up the cup, have strategies in place to isolate those factors, and at the same time taking your cup and detoxifying you so that you are not burdened by your overflowing cup and therefore not burdened by your symptoms or your disease. So what are your health goals? And what are you currently doing? And how is that working for you? And what is your health strategy? Most people have a strategy for retirement, or at least they're working towards one, and a financial strategy, but what are you doing to make sure that your body and brain get there with you towards retirement so you can actually enjoy it? And that's one of our goals, is to bring to people's attention a strategy that actually works. So I hope you find this book interesting, and please, after you've read it, pass it on to others.